Right now, Tesla's stock is being sold off, as shown by the fact that it has been going down steadily for a while now and other reasons. How long will the selling last when the prices of stocks go up? However, things are great for buyers. At some point, these kinds of purchases will lose all of their value. There will be ups and downs in the market, but a sell off is not the same. It's when stocks, bonds, commodities, and currencies are sold at a faster rate than the daily rush of market prices. How do you know when someone is selling something? Why is there a sell off in the market right now, and will it last for a long time? Let us find out. Tesla Incorporated has had more ups and downs than any other car stock in history. It went from being a controversial startup to a social media star thanks to Elon Musk, its CEO. The company that makes electric cars may have been the best example of the market's supposed speculative overvaluation. Its stock price just dropped dramatically to start 2022. The stock has been going down steadily, making a rough trading time longer. This is because people are worried about inflation, rising interest rates, and the possibility of a war in Europe. This trend is not just seen in Tesla's stock, though. At the end of the week, both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq Composite were down. The S&P 500 lost 2.1% or 2.1%. Tech companies did the worst. Meta, the parent company of Facebook, fell more than 4%. Apple was down 2.9%, and Alphabet, which owns Google, was down 3.8%. Tesla, a company in the S&P 500, lost 5.1% of its value. Tesla's stock has dropped more than 21% in the last month, which is a lot more than the S&P 500. The drop is mostly because of a general sell-off in fast growth. There are a lot of high multiple firms because buyers are getting ready for this year's tighter monetary policy and higher interest rates. What's this sale for? A sell-off happens when a lot of securities are sold quickly, causing the price of those securities to drop quickly because there are more shares for sale than buyers are willing to buy. As market mood gets worse, the price may fall even more. The idea behind sell-offs is based on supply and demand. If a lot of investors decide to sell their shares without any new buyers coming in, the price of the investment will go down. When sellers sell their securities quickly, the prices of those securities tend to drop at the same rate. In fact, when people sell off their stocks, prices often drop too low. Sense a pattern? That's what's happening with Tesla stock right now. But what is really causing this? A market sell-off could be caused by a few things. A sell-off could happen when earnings reports or estimates are bad, when people are afraid of more competition, or when they think technology will change things. Sell-offs can also be caused by bigger problems, like worries about the economy as a whole or natural disasters. Aside from a disappointing earnings report, all of these are definitely true for Tesla. With many brands trying to take Tesla's place as the top electric vehicle brand, these rivals are getting stronger. Right now, it has been reported that a number of companies are putting a lot of money into the electric car market. Investors were scared by this. Problems with technology have also made people feel uneasy. The problem with not having enough chips that Tesla talked about in their last earnings call is still going on. When it comes to big picture economic worries, investors are very worried about what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. It looks like option traders are hedging their bets, which means they think Tesla's current downward trend will continue. That's because the market for electric cars keeps growing while the stock price goes down. Recently, people who buy option orders have gone from being optimistic to being negative. Option buying used to be very bullish, but now it's starting to become more bearish. In the past 30 days, call options have been about 60% to 40% better than puts. When it comes to the number of contracts moved in Tesla options, the 5-day average closes the gap to 53 to 47%. Recently, when looking at the national value of all contracts, trading amounts were pretty evenly split. The trading volume was skewed downward. Most things that are bought and sold on the open market are priced based on supply and demand. When there are more merchants who want to sell an item, there are more of them. For instance, if people in the stock market start actively trying to sell their shares, there will be more shares for sale. While Elon Musk was selling off his Tesla shares, we think that this also played a part in what happened now. Based on the papers, Musk bought 2.17 million Tesla shares by using his options. Last month, he sold a total of $9.85 billion worth of Tesla stock. He sold $6.9 billion worth of stock the week of November 10th and another $1.9 billion worth of stock on November 15th and 16th. You had to sell some of the shares to pay the taxes that came up because the stock options were exercised. This wasn't a good idea, says Chris Weston, who is in charge of studies at Pepperstone in Melbourne. When you're getting rid of a big risk, you don't want to give up your hand. People don't want to buy when there is an overhang like this. Not like any other story, though. This is Musk's response to the idea that rich people should be taxed on gains of unrealized wages. Since October 28, 2021, many current and past Tesla board members, such as Robin Denholm, Kimball Musk, IRA Ron Price, and Antonio Garcias, have sold hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Tesla stock on the Nasdaq Stock Exchange. This suggests that he may be right. How long do you think this sell-off will last? When prices drop, there is often a time of correction during which they rise again to some degree. Let's look at an example of a sell-off. A rumor spreads during market hours that a company is about to make a purchase that will dilute its shares a lot. However, the company issues a statement saying that no such talks with the alleged target have occurred. The stock quickly changes its mind and starts moving upward again. So far, everything that seems to be making the sell-off easier is still in place. In their most recent earnings call, Tesla said they would not be releasing any new models, even though the report showed huge growth and value. A good number of investors seem excited about the Cybertruck and the cheaper form that will be coming out soon. Musk had said before that this was because of a lack of supplies for making things, which has still not been fixed. Our guess is that this made the stock drop even more. Tesla doubters are speaking out more than ever, saying they think the brand has reached its peak. People are trying to get out of the market while they still can because the mood is changing. All signs point to the sell-off stopping soon, so this might not be the best thing to do. In 2022, the first quarter earnings call is coming out quickly, and experts say it will be a good one. Some people think that the numbers in the next report will be even better than the ones from the last quarter, which were pretty good. When it comes to production, it looks like Tesla has found a way to cut costs, since Panasonic, their project partner, is making better battery technology. Also, Tesla has finally been given permission to build their plant in Berlin, which is important for their plan to take over the European market. All of these things are bullish, and we expect the market's mood to change for the better once the first quarter earnings reports come out. The company is still by far the biggest automaker in terms of market value, even though shares have recently dropped. The market value of Tesla is about 3 times that of Toyota Motor Corporation, which is its biggest competitor in the same business. The stock price of Tesla has gone down 22% in the last month, while the stock price of Toyota has gone up 6.3%. Profit estimates for 2022 have gone up by as much as 16% in the last 3 months. This is why, even though the high P group has seen a huge drop in value, the market can still handle the sky-high price. Based on how it has done in the past, Tesla's stock has a good chance of going up in the next month. There have been 71 times in the last 10 years when Tesla stock dropped by 21% or more in 21 days. In 65 of these cases, the stock rose again in the following month. Based on this past trend, Tesla stock has a 65/71st chance of going up in the next month. This means that Tesla stock might be a good investment in the near future. This will likely change how people feel about the market, and the selling will stop. What do you think is making people sell their Teslas? When do you think the sale will end? Leave a comment below.